Well, how about that for a start from John Norman Jr.? Double 16 to win it, but not just win it, it was a whitewash. 6-0 over David Cameron. He only needed an 82 average to win it. And Chris Mason and Alan Warren a little, who joined me in the studio, that was emphatic to say the least.
Yeah, I don't think Cameron had a go at a double until the fourth leg. He was clinical. He was averaging low 90s up until that one leg where they both had a little bit of double trouble. But up to that point, there was a decent display, and Cameron's no mug on that dartboard, and to beat someone like him 6-0 will set him up for good stead. It's our first bagel and won't be our last when the big boys roll into town tomorrow.
We saw Gary Anderson in the crowd there as well.
Smith.
And Michael Smith. And will they be looking at John Norman Jr. as one of the names that they don't want to get tomorher?
No, I don't think there's one player.
I think they're just enjoying the atmosphere, aren't they? And just
keeping him out of the casinos, keeping him off the tables.
He hasn't done enough there to put any fear into anything else.
But John, that was great from John. I mean, he set off the game with a maximum and never looked back, really. I mean, apart from the leg Chris mentioned there, his double success was pretty good. But,
well, even after all of that, it was still 40 off.
He's waited 2 years to get on that stage, hasn't he?
He seemed very composed. For a lot of these players, there will be nerves at the Mandalay Bay tonight, won't there?
Yeah, well, it's huge for them. It's a massive opportunity. Like I said, it's being broadcast across America and all across the UK. So it's a great opportunity to make a name for yourself and try and get that essential sponsorship deal to allow them to potentially turn pro, travel to the UK, try and get a tour card and go that next level in their career.
Proverbial pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's plenty to play for now.
Yeah, I tell you what, how about this next game? Dawson Murschell versus DJ Sayre, arguably the match of the quarter-finals. Here's John McDonald.
To the Mandalay Bay Hotel, Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas. Yes, time, ladies and gentlemen, to meet our players. Would you please welcome DJ Sayre and the awesome Dawson Murschell. Welcome back to the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas. We're live at the North American Championship, and we've just seen Canadian John Norman Jr. whitewash his fellow countryman David Cameron, and he will play the winner of our second quarter-final here between DJ Sayre and Dawson Murschell. And I'm delighted to be able to welcome into commentary the American #1. They call him Big Daddy. And indeed he is. Darren Young, welcome to the commentary box. It's fair to say you'd rather be up there than in here, but the qualifiers over the last couple of days have been really tough.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart. You know, it's a pleasure to be here, getting my feet wet in a commentating booth with you. Yes, I would love to be on that stage, rather be here with you, but, you know, that's the way the chips fall sometimes. There's some tough competition in this event, and don't win them all.
Yeah, over 170 players playing for just 8 places. DJ Sayre here will talk about as much of a real character he is. Beat Chuck Paleo in the final after winning a last leg decider in his semi-final in the first qualifier, and he beat John Part 4-3. John Part also not here, and as I say, Darren Young on commentary this weekend rather than on the main stage at the Mandalay Bay. His opponent, young Dawson Murschell, 22 years of age, who is giving himself every chance of trying to make it as a darts pro. He's based himself over in the UK in St Helens, same town, of course, as Michael Smith and Dave Chisnall, and he's looking for success. It was here 12 months ago that young Dawson Murschell burst onto the scene when he beat James Wade in the US Masters. And his career has gone from strength to strength. But DJ Sayre here from Ohio. And I think it's fair to say that life isn't dull when he's around, Darren.
No, DJ's quite the character. You know, he always has a joke and always a fun guy with a smile on his face. And you know, just a pleasant guy to be around.
Great start from Murschell, and this is a great reply. I have to say the standard in the first game was up there, especially from Norman, but in the first couple of games, the standard has gone up and some from this tournament 12 months ago. And the growth of the sport in the US and in North America, you now have your own recognised championship, don't you?
Yeah, we have the CDC, the Championship Darts Circuit, doing a great job. We got a lot of quality darts played on there. Many hundred averages are thrown across there. Definitely improving the standard in the long format matches to prepare us to play against these big PDC players.
Talk a little bit more about that as this game goes on. But Sayre here, I think you probably would say he needs them all to put pressure on Murschell.
121.
So, the young Canadian,
40.
Originally from another wonderfully named
Medicine
Medicine Hat in Alberta and Canada, now St Helens, Merseyside in England. That's a brilliant start. 13 darter from the young Canadian to take the opening leg on throw.
Yeah, that was a great start for Dawson. Get him off on track here, and he looks good up there. He looks composed.
I mean, fair play to him. He took a huge gamble to go over and base himself in the UK and to have a go. And
96.
of course, he got his reward by getting himself up the rankings, and he was able to partner John Part and play in the World Cup of Darts, which of course you played in many, many times. So for him, it's all about the experience and trying to take his game to the next level. It's not going to be an overnight success,
60.
you would feel, for Dawson, but having won his tour card, he's given himself 2 years to give it a real go.
Well, he's a young guy. Like you said, he's 22 years old, loves the game, and he's doing everything the right way. He's a single guy, no kids, no wife, he's living the dream. I think you go back, anybody at my age at 22 years old, I would love to be 22 again and change things around here a little bit. But
100.
I wish him the best. He's a great young man, and just a pleasure to be around.
It's, although you weren't able to give it a go in the North American Championship, you and several other players still have another route to try and get to the World Championship at the Alexandra Palace. And that's what this new championship has given you and the rest of the North American darts players.
Yeah, fortunately for me, I do have another shot there with the CDC. The end of the year, the highest ranked U.S. player and the highest ranked Canadian player get a shot at the World Championship. So that's a big honor for us to be able to get that opportunity back here to North American darts. And hopefully I can get back there again this year and see what happens. But things are really looking up for darts here in North America with the CDC, and you'll see the players start playing a lot better darts. It's going to be a lot more be able to compete on the big stage.
Well, good darts from Sayre. Yeah, Darren Young being a little modest. He didn't tell you that he's way, way, way ahead at the top of the CDC rankings. So
92.
Barring darting disasters, we will see him at the Alexandra Palace. That's the aim, anyway.
Well, that is the aim. That's the goal. Obviously it would have been nice to win here, but hopefully I just keep the form going that I've had, and I can get back on the big stage and have another shot at it.
Well, that's a great start for Murschell. 5-5 to double his lead. Wow, dazzling Dawson. Well, how about that? That was fantastic. One dart at tops for Sayre. That's all he's going to get, a 130 checkout. I think playing on the circuit, week in, week out, I think he by nature, Dawson Murschell is a very
81.
Well, he's glass half full, and when he loses, it talking to him, it's all about the experience that he's getting, playing every week against the big names, against the top stars, and you can't buy that sort of experience. And it is standing in good stead.
Well, that's the thing. Dawson's over there playing, you know, on the PDC tour, and you know it's quite a bit different than maybe playing in Canada or in the U.S. full time. Obviously, you get to play against the best players in the world, and when you have that opportunity, your game's going to improve. You have to improve, or you're not going to be around very long. Dawson works hard at it, and as you see, he just took the nice 130 out there. You know, I expect big things from him in the future. You know, he keeps working hard,
41.
keep his chin up, keep slugging away.
He's giving himself every chance.
58.
Well, you may remember we saw DJ Sayre here 12 months ago. In the US Darts Masters, he lost out to Daryl Gurney, who of course went on to reach
80.
the final, losing to Michael van Gerwen. And the draw, if you are just joining us, the draw for the US Masters will take place at the end of this tournament, live on the stage here at the Mandalay Bay. We talked about John Norman Jr. putting down a marker. Ditto, young Dawson Murschell.
DJ coming right back here. Put a little pressure on that 47.
Nice! He thought he got a 47.
Great darts right there.
At the moment, this is pretty much perfect. 3 out of 3 on the doubles, 100 average, 2 180s, a 130 finish. Real talent, and displaying his talents here in Vegas.
You know, DJ finds himself down 3 legs to 0, averaging 96 at the moment, you know. And this is what I'm talking about for North American darts. Obviously, Dawson's playing, you know, over in the UK, but DJ's capable of just putting up these numbers every day. And he's not going to give up. I mean, he dug himself a little bit of hole here, but he can pull it together and make a match out of this.
But it's still quite a commitment for you and your fellow pros over here. It's not exactly, you're not exactly getting in a car and driving an hour or two to play each weekend. I mean, you could be playing, you know, on the West Coast one weekend and back on the East Coast the next.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just the mass size in North America. Another great 180 there from DJ. You know, it is a bit of travel. You know, sometimes it's almost the same amount of travel to go from where I live, just in eastern Pennsylvania. I can go to the UK about the same time as I can make it to California, you know, and not even leave the country. So it's a little funny that way. But, yeah, we have our finals in California and Los Angeles for the championship darts circuit. Finals are there. But we have most of the events are mid-U.S. to eastern U.S. That's where most of the players are based out of. But, you know, in the future, I could see it expanding, you know, up into Canada a little more. And, you know, who knows what's going to happen in the future.
The numbers are growing all the time.
They are, yeah. You know, every year we get more players. We're getting more tour card holders. And I believe after the opportunity at the PDC gave for these World Championship spots, we're going to get a lot more people involved with it in the coming years as well. So, you know, it's definitely, you know, something as for the North American players, if you want to play and find yourself up on this stage with these young men, you know, that's where you want to start.
60.
Well, the opportunities are certainly there.
40.
The World Championship at the Alexandra Palace been expanded to 96 players this year. Good darts, DJ. Spinning, he's on the board.
Game on.
3-1 it is, but still very much advantage young Dawson Murschell.
100.
And DJ upped his average. He's up over 100 average right now at the moment. And like I said, he's a fighter. He's not going to give up. So, you know, this could turn around here. And a few darts go in here or there, and you don't know what's going to happen.
140.
Good response. It certainly impressed me, the standard, in our first couple of games.
100.
Fair to say that Canadian star Jess Smith was the favourite to win this before a dart was thrown, and rightly so, but with the performances that we've seen so far, it really is wide open. DJ Sayre, who took a little bit of time to get into this, is now very much in this match. 104 average, been losing 3-1.
Yeah, you know, that again, you know, that's happened here, you know, as it happens all the time over, you know, in the PDC events. But, you know, in the U.S., you're averaging 104 and you find yourself down 3-1. You know, you kind of got to say, what am I doing wrong here? But like I said, DJ's a fighter. He can come back here and make a game out of this, and needs a triple here.
100.
Good last
There it
start.
is. Important one to leave himself on a good finish. A chance here to try and break back. But what can Murschell do from 170? What can he leave, more importantly? He now needs a big treble.
56.
Just opens the door now
121.
for DJ.
Good first one.
Well, he went for the treble 11. Of course, the single would have given him a dart at a ball. He gambled on the treble. It didn't pay off.
89. Austin record 140.
Well, will he be punished by the Canadian who's already taken out 130? He needs tops. Well, that's punishment. That really is. Well, what a finish.
DJ to throw first.
Yeah, that missed second dart there from DJ, just missed in the 11. Just a single would have gave him a shot at the bull, obviously.
Well, you kind of knew, and he kind of knew. When the treble 18 went in for Murschell, there was a nod of acknowledgement and a shrug of the shoulders from the big American. He knew what was going to happen, and it did. 4-1. Were we ever close to biting the bullet and going over to the UK and Europe and giving it a real go, or was it never really an option for you?
Well, for me, I had my son was born in '99, so when I got into the darts and when the Desert Classic was here, and 2005, 6, 7, and those years, obviously I had a family commitment to stay. But if it wasn't for that, I would probably have a trip. I know John Part really put a lot of effort in all the years to go back and forth over and kudos to him. But for me, I just kind of family was
wasn't the right time.
Yeah, just it was bad timing for me, is all it was. I definitely thought about it. I did go over, play a couple events, but for me, it was just poor timing.
87.
4-1, first to 6 to play John Norman Jr. in our first semi-final a little later on. The format is the same throughout. Best of 11, first to 6.
135.
In Mandalay Bay here in Las Vegas. Treble 20.
Good one there.
Well, after his error in the last leg, he will go for it here, you can be sure.
Yeah, with Dawson sitting at 167, he's not going to give him a shot at that.
167.
Treble 20. It was interesting there that DJ Sayre couldn't look. He didn't look.
Yeah, I saw that. He turned around and was looking back at the crowd. He didn't want to see that one go in, I'm sure.
But he will want to see this one go in, to stay in it.
It's a good marker.
DJ Sayre.
Good finish there to stay there with DJ there. Last dart, snuck it in.
When the draw was made, this was the standout tie, wasn't it, you feel? And
96.
Neither of these players would have wanted to play each other because they know exactly what they could do. And Sayre here is averaging 10 points more than his opponent, but is 2 legs away from defeat.
100.
The vagaries of darts and darting statistics, I guess. But Dawson Murschell, the one stat that really matters, he hasn't missed a dart at a double.
100.
Yeah, 4 for 4, 100%. That's tough to beat. He got that one shot at here, there, and he's making DJ pay for that miss on that 11. Come back with that big finish. Good save on the last one there. He doesn't like the first two for sure.
Well, Dawson reached the semi-finals of this event 12 months ago.
83.
Lost to our eventual winner, William Bruyere, who sadly wasn't able to make it this year because of family reasons. We hope all is well and he'll be giving another crack next year in 12 months' time. He was a real character, and they loved him, didn't they, on the stage at the Alexandra Palace in London? And he loved being there. Real experience. The rewards are there, aren't they?
Well, they are, like you said. You know, the winner of this event's going to be in the World Championships, and you know, with a good run at that, it can open up a whole career for you. And you know, all 8 of these players are, you know, looking forward to that event when they come in here this morning. You know, they all have their eyes on the prize.
100. Your senior file 42.
$10,000 as well. Bit of spending money for the casino here at the Mandalay Bay. And looks like Dawson Murschell will be getting a little bit more spending money. 5 out of 5 on the doubles. Fantastic from the young Canadian.
Yeah, that's great stuff. I mean, he's averaging just under 96. DJ's at 98. Good standard here for North American darts. But the finishing has proven the difference here for Dawson. As you see, 5 out of 5. That's what you need to do, and he's getting it done here.
The qualifiers were tough. I mean, you ask most dart experts, they would have picked Darren Young out to be here today. So if you've not made it, then I think it shows how difficult it is and how tougher it's getting with the standard that is increasing, not just in America, but across North America.
Yeah, yesterday, actually, I lost out in the 4th qualifier to Dawson in the top 16, I believe it was, and I took a 2-0 lead, and then Dawson just turned it on. He was pouring in 100-plus shots, and finishing was like he's doing here right now. You know, I witnessed this firsthand yesterday afternoon, and that's why I'm in the box, and he's up on the stage doing what he's doing right now.
At least I guess it makes you feel a little better that he just didn't pick you out for his finishing, because he's proving it here, as you say, on the big stage at the Mandalay Bay. 1 leg away from another semi-final here at the North American Championship. His reaction, though, when he beat James Wade in the US Masters here 12 months ago. Wade missed a stack of match darts, and you remember Dawson won it in the last leg decider, but it was as if he'd won the World Championship itself. I mean, it meant so much to the young man, and, you know, that's what we like to see, a bit of raw emotion, but
60.
He's just put his foot down, hasn't he? And he is making the most of his opportunity, but that one result has basically changed his life, Darren.
Well, that's it. When he beat James Wade and you know, going to the semifinals of the North American Championship as well, you know, that propelled him to go to Q school, try to get a card, and you know, this is what he wants to do. He wants to be a professional dart player, and he's working hard. And you know, if he don't win that match against James Wade, who knows if that's what he really wants to do or not? You don't know, but it goes to tell you that one little dart here or there can change your life, and that's the truth, isn't it? It's a funny game.
Yeah, just ask Rob Cross.
Yeah, right.
Our world champ, who we'll be seeing tomorrow. Top 4, DJ Sayre to stay in it, and he does with a 115 checkout. Well, showed a bit of bottle there. 3 top-plus finishes in this match.
86.
Really good standard. Enjoyable half hour of darts here at the Mandalay Bay.
60.
Yeah, your averages here in the mid-90s, still holding there at 8 legs in. You know, for North American darts, this is what we need to see. And here we go, another 180 for Dawson there.
That was spectacular from Dawson Murschell. 4 180s, 2 10-plus finishes, and 5 out of 5 on the doubles. And certainly in a race to 6, that's pretty much unbeatable. Well, it certainly was in a race to 4 against Darren Young yesterday.
yeah, I guess it was. You know, but this young man's been playing some really good darts, and this is just what he does. You know, and you see DJ sitting there at 96 average, not playing bad, 50% checkout rate, which is which is good.
Yeah. Well, that would win you most games, wouldn't it? 50%.
Yeah, 96 average and 50% on the finishes. You'd think you're sitting pretty good. You wouldn't think you're 5-3 in the hole facing elimination here.
Well, he's got 6 darts from here, Dawson Murschell, if he needs them. Look at treble 18 here.
Good last one there.
Darren Young will be with us throughout the day, the night, the evening, wherever you're watching. But certainly, I know a lot of
50.
darts fans watching on ITV4 in the UK will be most impressed with what they've seen so far of Dawson Murschell. Well, he's missed, that's his first real error. He missed the big 18. He's got 1 dart at tops. And he's missed, and I think that miss all came about because he missed the big 18. Last leg, he will hope, first error from young Dawson Murschell.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big ask here for DJ. He's not going to get it now after the first one. You know, you're right, he missed that 18 and it kind of shrugged his shoulders a little bit and put him off, and that's his only miss out of double in the whole match.
Dawson, you require 20.
Well, is it going to be 6 out of 7 on the doubles?
Okay.
There it is. What a performance from Dawson Murschell. That was spectacular. DJ Sayre played superbly with a 95 average and 50% on the double. But Murschell, 95, 4 180s, 6 out of 7, 2 ton plus finishes. That's some performance. And young Dawson Murschell is through to the semi-finals here in Vegas.